6,407 enjoying renovated arena here. Better lighting. If you've seen games here in the past, we actually have sunlight coming in now. And Dayton starts off with the basketball. 10 consecutive win came Wednesday night at Duquesne. They saw a 19-point lead vanish in that second half, down to 2 in the final moment, but did find a way to win by 4. The top scorer, Obi Toppin, right there, setting the pick. He wears number 1.
And the key for Fordham in this ball game, we watched them in shoot-around today. They worked on keeping the Flyers out of the paint. They said if they're going to make jump shots from outside, so be it. But they're not going to get to the rim. And I heard Jeff Neubauer say multiple times, let's not let Obi Toppin get dunk after dunk in this game. Make it difficult for anybody to get into that paint. We own the paint this afternoon.
22 with the ball. Joel Soriano getting the start here today. Nice jump hook. Finds the bottom of the net because Onye Aizi, the normal starting center, is out with a concussion.
That's another thing we saw in shoot-around today was that isolation play to try to get Toppin one-on-one down there and see if they can get a little jump hook.
There's a great feeding. 72 dunks to lead the nation and counting.
So 83 last year, and there's a lot of time to go for him to shatter that record. But that's exactly what Fordham can't have happen. They've got to be quicker to help. They've got to protect that paint. But that's what he can do. He is so quick, and his elevation is he just gets off the ground in a hurry.
Fordham head coach Jeff Neubauer worries about what he calls a lack of presence at the rim. If Fordham's going to stay in it, it's going to be because number 10 right there, Ty Perry, and number 2, Jalen Cobb, get hot from the outside. Here comes Crutcher. Had another assist on that last possession. Trey Landers thought about it. One of 2 starting seniors on the team. The other's right there with the ball, Ryan Mikesell. The only Flyer with over 100 career starts. Crutcher now with it in the corner. Back to Chapman, transfer from UT Chattanooga. The reaching foul called. First foul of the game. I have a feeling we might have a chance to do this again, but let's go ahead and analyze an Obi Toppin
There's
dunk.
going to be multiple times. That was an up screen, so Obi Toppin was up high, and they screened up for him as he came down, and communication needs to be better for Fordham. They got to call out the screen. If they have to switch, they have to switch, but they got to be more physical through those screens and not allow him to slip and get to the front of the rim, because it's going down.
Right. Plenty of time now. Shot clock just approaching 15. Trey Landers from right here in Dayton. Toppin already with a bucket, kicks it out to Mikesell. Now the shot clock inside of 8 seconds. Chapman all the way in. Kicks it out to Crutcher, missed his first. And he's 0 for 2, made 4 out of 6 on Wednesday night. Nice rebound to Mikesell. Toppin from 3. Got it. A dunk and a 3. Nice start for number 1.
And get to see a little bit of what he can do. And Dayton ups the pressure. They come in a half-court trap, causes Fordham problems.
Chapman was just waiting to pounce there on that trap.
And Fordham wasn't ready. The other 4 players left Cologne all by himself to face that trap. Nobody there to bail him out. They weren't aware of the switching defense, and the Flyers caught him off guard there.
Dayton's offense comes in with some amazing stats behind it at this point of the season. Number 1 in the conference in scoring and also assists, but number 1 in the nation at field goal percentage, just over 50%. Trying to work it inside to Toppin. A foul called against Jalen Cobb. This is a key because that's already his 2nd foul. He's one of their main scorers, one of the top 2 scorers for the Rays.
And that's tough when you're playing big-time defense and you're out there exerting that effort. And then you also have to go down and be good on the offensive end. 2 things. You got to stay out of foul trouble, and you got to keep your legs. That's a tough assignment for him.
Toppin already with 5 points to Landers. Now out to Chapman. To Mikesell, the graduate student, making his 73rd start. Great give inside and a block. Kyle Rose denies Jalen Crutcher.
A good recovery that time by Kyle Rose. Young player, really high basketball IQ, playing as just a freshman.
Chapman out to Toppin. Shot clock now at 6 seconds. Crutcher's missed his first 3. And staying down, it's Chris Austin.
And they call an offensive foul on Jalen Crutcher there. The ball will go over. Just a really nice job by Chris Austin of getting in position, but he took quite a blow there.
Yes, he did. Austin back up, has seen his minutes go up with all these injuries to the Fordham Rams. Antoine Portley in. He missed 7 games midseason.
People say to me, is basketball really a contact sport? Oh, yeah, like football's a collision sport, hockey's a collision sport, but basketball absolutely is a contact sport. You see it there. You're going to take a charge. You got to be a tough guy.
Fordham's 2 points coming inside from Joel Soriano. He has the ball right now, working against Mike Sell.
This time they double team him from the baseline.
Three-pointer no good. Rebound to Landers. And here comes Chapman.
Anthony Grant told us one of the things they worked on since the Duquesne game was defensive rebounding. They gave him way too many offensive boards. That's one of the ways the Duke stayed in the ball game, and they worked on that in practice, and it's going to be a focus here. So far, so good. Also a focus cutting down the turnovers. They had a conference-high 17 in the win on Wednesday night. The pull-up 3 is short. Soriano with the rebound, and Fordham now looking for its 2nd bucket. And also its 2nd win of the conference season. We pointed out they're number 1 in the A-10 in scoring defense, but last in offense. Perry misses his first 3. He had a team-high 16 in a Wednesday night overtime loss. Chapman all the way in, uses the glass. And this is why Dayton is so dangerous, because they have guys that can shoot all around the perimeter, but if you push up on them too quick, you don't keep your feet under them as you close, they'll put the ball on the floor and go right by you. Every one of these guards are capable of finishing at the rim. Dayton, the only team in the nation shooting over 60% with their 2-point attempts. And that one also in and out for Perry. He's 0 for 2 from range. Chapman up to Crutcher. Jeff Neubauer telling me yesterday at the airport, we ended up in the same flight lane. And he told me that we're going to play man-to-man. Dayton is even better and more efficient against zone. Mike Sell with an open look, air ball. Yeah, interesting conversation. You and I both talked to him about the same thing. And they played zone at times this year because of matchups, but he just said zone is almost a futile attempt against Dayton. He said, really, they're the best offensive team in the country against the zone. So he said, we got to be really good in our man-to-man efforts. Perry's 0 for 2 from 3, kicks it out to Portley. Had 2 huge buckets down the stretch to send the game to overtime on Wednesday night. Perry now 0 for 3 from 3-point range, rebound to Landers. Crutcher eyes down court, not ready that time. Now they kick it into Toppin. He has 5 points already. Mike Sell again from 3, in and out. And a good pass. That we call that an assist opportunity. As Toppin had an assist opportunity there. Mike Sell knocked down a shot, but a great skip pass to the opposite baseline corner. Austin with it now, penetrates. He'll pull up from the free throw line. Now it's 7-4, Flyers on top. Austin did a nice job of creating space with contact and then shooting that little fadeaway. Dayton just 1 for 6 from 3. Mike Sell lost a hold of it. Crutcher out to Chapman. There's Mike Sell breaking in, had the ball knocked away, and draws the foul. Rodney Chapman all the way to the glass. One reason the Flyers have an early 3-point lead.
Break out the butter. Lobster Fest is on at Red Lobster. If you've been dreaming about tender, wild-caught lobster, dig into butter-poached, fire-roasted, and shrimp and lobster linguine. Dreams do come true. Or if you like the taste of New England without leaving home, try lobster sautéed with crab, jumbo shrimp, and more. Or maybe you'd like to experience the ultimate surf and the ultimate turf. With so many lobster dishes, there's something for every lobster fan. So hurry in and let's Lobster Fest. Or get pickup or delivery at redlobster.com.
It can make you.
Thank you, Iowa.
Or break you. Now, all eyes are on Iowa for the first real test of 2020. The Road Warriors will be on the ground with the campaigns.
Are you ready to be a president?
Steve Kornacki at the big board.
If you lose early, that could be curtains for you.
And our primetime team on what comes next.
Iowa tonight will change the political balance in the United States.
Special coverage of the Iowa caucuses, Monday at 6 on MSNBC.
Give it up for the big hurt, Frank Thomas. Congratulations, Frank.
Hey, Andy, Doug, you guys look great. Hey, I feel great, too. Ever since you told me about Nugenix Total T, I feel stronger, and I'm crushing my workouts.
Thanks to Nugenix, I got more energy, more stamina, feeling years younger. It's awesome. Nugenix Total T gets you back on top of your game.
From the brand that brought you GNC's #1 vitality product and product of the year, new Nugenix Total T is our most powerful man-boosting formula ever because it boosts your free testosterone and your total testosterone. To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text GET to 321321.
I like the competitive edge Nugenix gives me. Hey, me too. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T, and she'll like it too.
Text GET to 321321 now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Samples are not available in stores, so text GET to 321321 now.
Coming up next, more A-10 basketball action from Philadelphia as the defending champion St. Louis take on St. Joe's. That's coming up next right here on NBCSN. But we painted the picture that Dayton, the big reason they're ranked #7 in the nation, unbeaten in the conference, they shoot the ball so well. McLean, I think we might have hexed them a little bit. Obi Toppin hasn't missed. But the rest of the team is just 1 for 7 so far.
Yeah, so they start out 28.6% is not what we're used to seeing from Dayton in 2 of 7, 0 for 3 from 3. And, you know, for Fordham, they're 3 of 9, 33%. We know they've had their struggles shooting the ball, but Fordham's been there. Dayton has not had, other than the 2 shots by Obi Toppin, not a lot of uncontested shots. And so they're going to make Dayton work for it in this one.
Dayton, the only team in the A-10 averaging over 80 points per game. Off to a cold start here. Now the shot clock inside of 10. Landers pulls up from 3. Got it. One of 3 Flyers coming into this game, making more than 40% from beyond the arc. It's his first one.
Well, I mean, he's shooting 60% from the field. What I love about Trey Landers is he plays a role and he just doesn't take bad shots. He's a great leader on this basketball team as a senior.
Good job by Mike Sell, the other starting senior, to knock that one away. Comes up with it, kicks it out to Crutcher, who has started out a little icy from beyond the arc, all the way in, kicks it out. 3-point attempt. That's 2 in a row. This one to Chapman. Back-to-back threes for the Flyers. Landers to Chapman. Dayton enjoying its biggest lead of the game thus far.
What a great drive and kick that time by Crutcher. Gets in the interior of that defense, has got to collapse, then he's got a wide open shooter.
Trying to work it inside to Soriano, but Toppin playing good hard D. Austin for 3, well short to Crutcher.
Boy, tough shot, contested 3, hand right in the face.
Another 3. It would have been 3 in a row, but the rebound to Fordham. A lot of contact inside with Ryan Mikesell and Kyle Rose. No foul. Austin, now they get it inside to Soriano. Has 1 bucket so far. Little elbow to Toppin, no call. Off the glass, and Toppin with the ball.
Yeah, and they're gonna give Obi Toppin a flop warning right now. Give this Dayton team a flop warning. First warning, next time it would result in a technical foul. So we've seen this isolation play, and you see as soon as there was contact, Obi Toppin falling back, and the official who's right under it, I don't know, there was some pretty good contact there, but the official was right there, like 3 feet away, and immediately made the signal that was a flop. And then as soon as there's an exchange of possession, they blow the whistle, stop it, and give the warning.
Toppin with the conversation as his possession started. Now working the lane. Crutcher to Chapman. Out of the corner to Landers. Back up top to Crutcher, who leads the A-10 in assist to turnover ratio. Just a little bit better than 3-1. Shot clock down to 5. Landers to the lane. The floater, a little too much. Out of bounds, and it'll come back to Fordham. 7th-ranked team in the nation up early on Fordham, 13-4.
No.
What?
Your face.
Your face.
What?
You've got the whole thing.
Why didn't you tell me?
Honey, no one's gonna notice.
Snorkeling trip?
Yeah.
Low fares to Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean, and Hawaii.
Skin Sin number 17. Too many after parties. New Neutrogena Bright Boost with dullness-fighting neoglucosamine. Boost cell turnover by 10 times for instantly brighter skin. Bright Boost, Neutrogena.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
Oh, no, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. Hey!
My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise. Who's the dummy now?
Forget Allstate, where good drivers save 40% for avoiding mayhem, like me.
Sorry! He's a baby!
KFC's original recipe is made from a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. And now you can get 2 pieces of my world-famous chicken as a $5 fill-up. A secret you can eat for just $5. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Under these bright lights, on this great stage, the 2020 A10 Men's Basketball Championship returns to Barclays Center, March 11th through the 15th. 14 teams, 13 games, 1 champion. The 2020 Atlantic 10 Championship. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com.
Welcome back to Dayton. What makes this Dayton offense work is penetration into the middle. And watch the defenders as they all collapse to the ball, and then they're going to leave a wide open shooter in the corner open. And this is what makes this tick. Guards that can penetrate and then spot up shooters on the perimeter. You bring it into the paint, you get 4 defenders to collapse, and then a wide open jump shot. And Dayton is so much better when they're playing inside out at shooting those threes. Get it inside, have a guy set on three-point line, and knock down threes.
And plays like that, big reason we've seen so many of them from the Flyers, number 3 in the nation in assists. And also today they have 4, while Fordham still looking for their first assist of the game. Fordham right now 2 out of 9. Cologne made it all the way in, though. Kicks it out to Portley. In and out, and Obi Toppin. Jalen Crutcher out to Landers. In for the first time, the transfer from Michigan. Yivy Watson. Showing patience, moving the ball around against this man-to-man defense. Crutcher now inside of 10 seconds. Goes one-on-one inside to Toppin and draws the foul against Cologne. But Toppin right now has only shot twice. 1 dunk and 1 3, so they're trying to get him a little more active here in the offense.
Well, and Fordham's done a good job. They're not leaving him to help. They're trying to clog the paint as much as they can, the area that he loves to roam. So he's just not getting as many good looks. He's had some touches, but he's a very unselfish player. If he doesn't have a good shot, he's an excellent passer, and he will give it up to a player that has a better shot.
Fordham now with 4 team fouls. Crutcher with a deep 3 in and out. Portley back up top to Rose. Lost control out to Austin. Portley back after missing 7 games with a hamstring injury. Inside to Soriano. Picked off by Landers. Out to Crutcher. Matos inside. Beautiful pass to Landers for the finish.
And that was just typical Trey Landers. He does all the dirty work for this team. He's a physical player. He's right in the middle defensively, anticipates, gets in the passing lane, gets it out, then he beats everyone down the floor to get the ball back and get a transition bucket. That's just the way he plays and the example he sets.
Dayton now has it going offensively, enjoying an 8-0 run. Dobb all the way in. Obi Toppin with the board, out to Crutcher. Crutcher with 20 assists in the last 3 games. Kicks it out now, maybe another. Yes! Jerry Matos, his first bucket of the day. 14-point lead, Dayton.
And Matos, a guy shooting 35% from 3. And he comes in, he's not afraid to shoot it. Every one of these guys has the green light. If they're open, Anthony Grant says, hey, 3s are good shots. If they're open shots and they're within the offense.
Cobb all the way in, and that ends a 1-for-10 run for Fordham.
Did you watch Obi Toppin on that? He was in bad position, couldn't make the defensive play, and he just kind of bailed out. He's been very smart this year. He knows he has an important role on the offensive end, and he's smart about not picking up stupid fouls when he's not in position.
Inside to Landers. Great assist attempt there. And Landers will go to the line for 2.
Let's go back and watch the senior, Trey Landers. So he anticipates the cross-court pass, then he gives the ball. Now watch him sprint and beat people down the court, then get the ball back. That's just a pure hustle play, and he kind of sets the tone. Outstanding leader, physical player, does all the little dirty work things. He sets screens, he takes charges, and he misses free throws. No, he doesn't always miss free throws. He
makes most of them.
Yeah, he shoots 69% from there, but this team, interesting enough, talking to Anthony Grant today, they don't have a captain. He says, you know what, this team, there are so many leaders on this team. It felt like we didn't need to single one person out, that it was the responsibility of everyone on the floor to lead. So the 2 seniors go out at the beginning, but there really is not a captain. And from the senior leader, Trey Landers, all the way down to the walk-on guys, everyone has input on this team. Anthony said that this team has phenomenal chemistry because of that.
This rare thing in college basketball where you have a pair of seniors starting who are holdovers from the previous staff. They didn't transfer, they stuck it out. Most experienced players on the team in Mike Sell and Landers. You also have Jalen Crutcher, an upperclassman. Portley pulls up and drills that 3. And so those three leaders that we're talking about as upperclassmen doesn't even get to Obi Toppin.
That's right.
He's in addition to all that. Maybe Watson, a mention from Michigan, drops the 3. One of 3 Flyers shooting over 40% from 3.
And he's one of those excellent shooters. His range is way beyond that 3-point line. Shooting 45% from 3 this season.
Fordham now doing a lot of one-on-one, looking to create the offensive opportunities without much inside presence. In fact, without their center right now, Joel Soriano. Portley with a shot clock down to 3. Tough shot, but got it.
Back-to-back makes for Antoine Portley. And he's back full go for the first time. He had 7 games that he missed with a leg injury, and then the last 2 he's been back, but he had limited minutes. 15 in the first game, 20 in the next game. So this is his first full go.
Inside, good look for Jordy Chimanga. Tied up now. And a jump ball called. Dayton's offense heating up, doubling up on the Rams right now.
You're not about to drive without insurance. That's like getting a tattoo while you have a cold.
Oh. Can you erase it?
It's a tattoo.
I gotta go to the General.
Thinking of driving without insurance? Don't delay because you've missed a few payments. From your home.
Or on your phone.
The General has affordable rates even with less than perfect credit.
For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Celebrate America and hockey in one star-filled weekend. We begin outdoors from the U.S. Air Force Academy with the Stadium Series. The Kings' Top Guns take on the Avalanche's goal-scoring aces. Then, honor Hockey Day in America with a star-filled triple header. It's the ultimate celebration of hockey across the nation. All weekend long on NBC and NBCSN.
Nerds!
Oh, thanks. It's cool, I can...
No, I got it.
Sweet unholy cobalt. Is Brad's car better than mine? Better sign-up bonus? Better travel perks? Is that how Brad took that trip to Barcelona? Wait, Barcelona? Barcelona?
Steve, I got it on NerdWallet.
Ah. You said all that out loud.
Want a better credit card? We've got you. From the best rates to the best rewards, for all your credit card questions, turn to the nerds.
These folks, they don't have time to go to the post office. They have businesses to grow, customers to care for, lives to get home to. They use Stamps.com. Print discounted postage for any letter, any package, anytime, right from your computer. All the amazing services of the post office, only cheaper. Get our special TV offer, a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
Dayton Dayton with 10 consecutive wins right now, beating Fordham 22-11. They have two transfers playing, Rodney Chapman from UT Chattanooga and that guy, Ibby Watson from the University of Michigan, leads the A-10 in three-point field goal percentage, made his one shot. There he is 2 years ago as a member of the Michigan Wolverines, averaged 5 minutes per game on that team, the one that made it to the final and actually did play in the Final Four for Michigan. Now he had to sit out last season in accordance with NCAA rules, but along with Chapman is one of two transfers playing a big-time role on the number 7 team in the country.
Yeah, and as a redshirt junior, he'll be back next year. He's an excellent shooter with range. He can put the ball on the floor and finish at the rim if you be too aggressive with him and cover him around the perimeter. But he's one of those guys, a really confident guy, where he almost has a chip on his shoulder. You leave me open on the backside, and when the ball comes around, I promise you I'm going to knock this shot down. And he does it with consistency better than anybody in the league.
Cobb left wide open. Fordham's got to hit those to hang in there. He misses. And back comes Dayton. And the Flyers with an 8-0 conference record, 10 consecutive wins. Their last 5 wins have come against teams in the top half of the Atlantic 10. Matos from 3 has 1 today, misses that one. And there's Watson, the former Wolverine, with the rebound and the patience to kick it back out up top. Chapman back to Watson. Comes up short. Meixell, great board. Couldn't get it to go. And it'll stay here. From the court to the ice this week, the Windy City hosts Wednesday night hockey as the Atlantic Division leading Bruins take on Patrick Kane and the Blackhawks. Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern on NBC-SN.
Well, 4 extra opportunities this time down the floor for the Flyers as they've 3 offensive boards here. And that kills you. If you're a defensive team and you play a full shot clock of D and force a bad shot, give them another opportunity. Now here's a foul.
Foul called against Cal Rose, number 3. Fordham now with 6. The next one will send the Flyers to the line in the bonus. Dayton with only 2 losses this season, those coming both over 2 months ago to Kansas and also to Colorado. Great look inside from Meixell to Watson.
Great movement without the ball, and that's why this Dayton team shoots such a great percentage. They get a lot of good shots, including a bunch of dunks, but a lot of shots at the rim.
And meanwhile, just as Jeff Neubauer reminded us what might happen yesterday, Fordham not shooting well, just 5 out of 17, including that miss from Austin. They do get the offensive board. Portley has 5 points, difficult pull up there.
And they just don't have the guys. You look at Ohams and Aise and Rout and Ghazi, they're all out. And as I mentioned earlier, Ohams is a guy that's 11 points and 8 rebounds a game. That's a big missing component to the inside game for them. He's also a big missing component to the interior of their defense. And, you know, 3 of those guys shoot over 40%. They only have 1 40% shooter left on this team, so they're just struggling to get offense.
Meixell had that one blocked. Rebound to Chimanga. And a foul called. Called against Chris Austin. That is the 7th team foul. So Dayton now inside of the bonus. Rodney Chapman talking a little extra with Joel Soriano. Quite a size difference there. Chimanga steps in to keep it even.
I was watching Soriano work earlier today, and he's a young and just a freshman. He is a big dude. 6'11", 250 pounds, and Jeff Neubauer says he's got high major skills, like potential, but he's really, really raw. And Jeff says, hey, it's on my staff to develop this kid because he can be really good 2 years from now if he'll continue to work the way he has.
Chimanga right now has a chance playing to push his free throw percentage up over 50%. Right now he's 9 out of 19.
And the big lefty knocks it home. 6'11" and almost 270 pounds. And, you know, he's an integral piece. He's only playing 10 minutes a game, but we talk about looking forward to tournament time. When they match up with big teams in the tournament, they need him to be able to play meaningful moments, to be able to go in there and defend and bang against teams that have big post players.
if you saw one area that you would like Dayton to get better at, to improve upon as we get closer to March, what would it be?
So my only question on them is if they play a team that's got a ton of size, will they be able to defend on the interior against that type of team? I don't have any question they can score on anybody. They create mismatches all over the floor. They have 5 guys that can all shoot and handle it. Hey, they're #1 in the country in field goal percentage, #3 in assists, #3 in scoring. But it's on the defensive end. If they face a big team, can the big guys get more minutes, and can they stop teams from hurting them in the post? That's my only question. They're a pretty complete team.
I mentioned Fordham doing a lot of one-on-one. They do not have an assist yet today. Chapman called for the foul. Only 3 team fouls now against the Flyers.
And here it is. And they do a good job of trying to stay in front of the basketball, but just reaching across to get some contact inside is Rodney Chapman.
Watched the last hour of practice yesterday. Anthony Grant spent a lot of time talking and teaching about preventing open looks from the three-point range against this team. It's worked so far. Fordham just 1 out of 7, but that's a good take all the way in for Jalen Cobb. And timeout called by Fordham. We're back right after this with Dayton on top 26-13.
2 friends find a way to keep Taco Bell's nacho fries on the market.
Where'd you get that?
But when you get too close to the fryer,
Just give me the ingredients.
you might get burned. Now serving at a Taco Bell near you.
Walking into a clothing store is a completely different experience for me now.
It's amazing. I'm learning how the brain works, but not just any brain, but my brain.
This is not just some temporary kind of fix. It's psychology.
Visit Noom.com and change your life for good.
Jalen Cobb with a disappointing outing on Wednesday when he had only 7 points, but a good-looking drive here all the way in.
He made a ball fake and then crossed over, and the rotations on the interior they were just a little bit late, and he goes and attacks the rim, doing a nice job. Cobb averaging 11.4 points a game, leads this team. He's also their top on-the-ball defender, so you got to do it on both ends of the floor.
Toppin kicks it out. Chapman thought about the 3 to Mike Sell. Graduate student now inside to Landers, the other senior. Well, Dayton seems to get so many easy-looking buckets by the way they share the ball inside.
First of all, they're very unselfish, and they all pass the ball. But secondly, this is a smart basketball team. They really understand what the defense is trying to do and how to take advantage of it. And then they turn the ball
turnover.
Right on cue, they turn the ball over. And that was an area that Anthony Grant told us both he was concerned with in that Duquesne game. They were a little too sloppy with the basketball.
Antoine Portley, the senior. It's Toppin guarding way up top here. Now inside is Soriano. Made a bucket early, but has been quiet since. Pushing on Ryan Mikesell. Now a call against number 33.
You got to be impressed with the patience of the young guys. Soriano, just a freshman. He got the ball down low. He waited for the double team to back off, put the ball on the floor, and just use that 6'11", 250 frame to get underneath the rim.
No one with more than 5 points for Fordham. The one with 5 is Portley inbounding the ball. Still just 1 out of 7 from three-point range. Tough one, air ball, and here comes Chapman. Dayton already with 9 assists. They're number 3 in the nation, averaging 18 per game. Landers thought about the 3. On the drive, but fouled before he got there, and he'll go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Dayton flexing its offensive muscles inside of 4 minutes now in a 15-point lead.
I'm gonna be a ballerina.
Good, better, Emma. Answer to new.
I'm gonna be president.
And the winner for president is Emma Williamson.
I'm gonna start a juice bar.
Emma, the numbers are looking really good.
You gonna start a juice bar?
At U.S. Bank, we believe hard work works. And for everyone working toward a goal, we're here to help.
In fast food, there's value. Then there's fresh value from Subway. Like the 6-inch oven-roasted chicken for just $2.99. It's seasoned all-white meat chicken raised without antibiotics. Start the year off fresh. Fresh value, only from Subway.
There's a company that's talked to even more real people than me. J.D. Power, 448,134 to be exact. They answered 410 questions in 8 categories about vehicle quality. And when they were done, Chevy earned more J.D. Power quality awards across cars, trucks, and SUVs than any other brand over the last 4 years.
So on behalf of Chevrolet, I want to say thank you, real people.
You're welcome.
We're going to need a bigger room.
The first ingredient in this Cliff Bar is brown rice syrup, which is another name for sugar. In this Kind Bar, it's heart-healthy almonds with the taste of dark chocolate and 75% less sugar than the leading Cliff Bar. Be kind to yourself.
Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. There's no telling where the money went.
Applebee's new Irresistibles, now starting at $7.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Six different Flyers have scored already, led by Trey Landers with 8. They lead Fordham 28-13.
If Fordham has made it tough, especially early, while Dayton was trying to figure out this Fordham defense. Remember, Dayton started out shooting 28% in the first 4 minutes of this ball game, and now they're up to 43.5. Gradually, they've figured out how to attack this defense, who's been very good in conference this year. A-10 ranked first in the conference in points allowed. They like to slow you down, make it tough. And so this is a solid defensive basketball team. And we watched Dayton try to kind of feel it out for the first 4 minutes and understand where their options were. Now they're very efficiently making good decisions and getting good shots.
Trey Landers has a chance to be the first player in this game to make it to double figures. This would mean 10 points. It's just evolved so much. Went from 3 points his freshman year, more than double that. His sophomore led the team in rebounding last season. And one of the 2 senior leaders around with Ryan Mikesell on this team. He makes 1 out of 2. The lead now 29-13. Cobb has been cold, misses again. And Trey Landers with a rebound.
And you get the sense with Fordham right now pressing a little bit. When the shots aren't falling and you're falling further behind, instead of making the extra pass, guys start to press and take difficult shots. That's what we're seeing out of Fordham right now.
Obi Toppin been pretty quiet offensively. See if he knocks down his second 3. That's short. Landers tips it back out, gets it himself to Crutcher. He's also short. Made 4 out of 6 threes on Wednesday night, but has yet to hit one here this afternoon. Cobb up to Portley. Thought about pushing it inside. Back to Cobb.
Crutcher's now 0 for 5 for Toppin. That was only his 3rd shot attempt, so he's 2 for 3. He just hasn't had very many looks. We've seen him give up the ball, and even though he doesn't have a bunch of assists, he's been the assist to the assister, where he's rotating the ball, and there's one more pass after his that leads to an easy bucket.
Portland's long rebound comes out to Obi Toppin. Chapman in the corner, skip pass to Crutcher to Landers. Mikesell left open inside the Toppin, and the bucket.
And how about that ball movement? My goodness. They move the ball all the way around the horn and then back inside. So as they're moving it around, they're creating angles, and Mikesell gets it inside. And Toppin hasn't had a lot of touches in close like this in this ball game. But that ball movement is what led to the angle that allowed Mikesell to get the ball in to Obi Toppin.
Good patience there. The skip pass, work it back up to the top of the key before they get it back down to Obi Toppin. Made 2 big free throws in the final minute on Wednesday night to seal the win at Duquesne. And now has 8 points here this afternoon.
He's 3 of 4 from the field, which is right in line. He's shooting 62.5% from the field. He was even better than that last year. He's a career 65% guy from the field over 2 seasons.
Cologne draws the foul against Jalen Crutcher. Now 14 fouls against the Flyers. As we are getting closer to halftime, when we kick it back to the studio, we'll check in on all the action on the hardwood across the country. Top teams in the nation, some of the best ones are playing. And we'll also check in on the Premier League. Turnover, Chapman, Landers.
Man, I love the way Trey Landers runs the floor. He's just going to beat everybody down the floor.
Austin responds with a three.
How about that answer by Chris Austin? Fordham just took the ball out of the net and pushed it up and got a transition bucket after the make.
So many examples of the way Dayton shares the ball. They get the turnover and kick it up to Trey Landers, and the senior from right here in Dayton slams it home. Only player this afternoon in double figures.
And Trey Landers, he's a hustle guy. He sets the tone. He's an outstanding leader. We talk about how he does the dirty work where he sets screens and takes charges and does all that, but he also sets the tone by running the floor. He just beat everybody down the floor. We've seen him do that twice in this ball game. And when you watch him in practice, he's the most vocal of the leaders on this team, where he's shouting out and telling guys what to do in practice.
And he's also the one most likely to be jovial, provide a little bit of levity. The guys are pretty serious yesterday, even though they won on Wednesday. It didn't finish the way Coach Grant wanted it to. And the one who was making him smile and doing his work, but also making sure guys were having fun, was the senior Trey Landers.
It's nice to have the veterans, Ryan Mikeslow, as you mentioned, the other one who's actually in graduate school, and they're very calming influence. When this team wasn't shooting it well early in the game, you didn't sense any panic. You sensed that they figured, you know what, we'll go down and defend on the other end. We'll figure this thing out. And there wasn't much panic there.
$13,000 plus here enjoying the 7th-ranked team in the nation. All very excited about what might be coming down the road in March in Brooklyn at the A-10 tournaments, and then the NCAA tournament to follow. Highest ranking in a little more than 50 years for the Flyers right now at 7. Landers with his 11 points, kicks it out to Watson, now to Chapman. Watson has 1-3 here today. Back to Landers. Toppin turns it over.
Well, that was Kyle Rose. That was an excellent series down the floor for Kyle Rose. He played through a screen and stopped the jump shot, and then he anticipated that pass. He was on point defensively that time down the floor for Ford.
Cobb got Crutcher in the air, then the floater. Rebound, Soriano up and in, his second bucket. And Chapman slows it down. Starting point guard a couple of years ago for UT Chattanooga, averaged 13 points there. Actually had an A-10 connection there. Playing for current UMass head coach, Coach McCall. That McCall's team playing well recently there in Amherst. Crutcher inside to Landers. Textbook Flyer offense right there.
And look at Trey Landers. Even though that's an easy shot, he recognized that their spacing wasn't good on the floor. And this is what a senior does. Easy bucket, but he turns around and says to Obi Toppin, hey, need to be on the other side of the key. We need to have spacing on the floor. Even on an easy bucket, he's critiquing what they're doing if it's not perfect.
Landers 13 points, a couple above his 11-point average. Toppin almost with the steal against Soriano. Cobb kicks it outside, shot clock to 2. In and out, rebound Chapman. And now the Flyers can hold it for one final shot, looking to increase their 36-17 lead. Crutcher yet to make a shot. Now at 5 seconds, one-on-one against Austin. Difficult runner, no. Rebound Soriano, and that's how the first half will end. Least amount of points scored against Dayton in a half this season was 9.